Hello there. No doubt many of us will be hoping to get outside over the course of this weekend for some fireworks celebrations, and the ridge of high pressure that we've seen throughout Friday will keep it fairly settled for Friday evening, but that is going to shift its way eastwards and allowing some frontal systems to push its way in from the west, so it is going to turn more unsettled throughout the weekend. Breezier as well, with that squeeze in the isobars coming through as well. If we rewind the clock though to Friday evening, and that ridge of high pressure is just holding on, so any celebrations that are happening throughout Friday evening, generally not too bad of a story. A good number of clear intervals in there, some showers for Wales, northwest England, the far north of Scotland as well. The main band of rain though you'll see coming in for Northern Ireland throughout the early hours of Saturday morning, then spreading its way into Wales and the southwest. Some heavy bursts of rain possible on this, and gales also developing through the Irish Sea. Whilst it will be a cool evening for these western locations, as that cloud and rain begins to build, temperatures will be rebounding, so potentially climbing up to 10 degrees across some western areas of Wales as we move into the start of Saturday. Where the clearer skies remain further east, temperatures will be dropping a bit more down into low single figures, and actually the touch of frost possible across areas of eastern England and eastern Scotland as well. So the chillier start in those eastern locations, but also the brightest one with some sunshine. The cloud though is going to quickly spread its way eastwards, and that rain tending to turn patchier in nature as it does move its way across, but affecting a lot of areas as we move throughout Saturday and giving a rather grey day. Northern Ireland and Scotland though, that rain clearing its way through, so into the afternoon some sunny intervals coming through, and actually will be a fairly pleasant autumnal afternoon to get out and about. Temperatures throughout Saturday generally holding up a bit more in the west, where we see that frontal rain pushing its way through, some slightly milder air feeding up from the south, so highs possibly 14, maybe 15 degrees Celsius. Generally more closer to average for the time of year across the east and further in the north. Throughout Saturday night then, and the big bonfire celebrations, that frontal system slowly clearing its way eastwards, so whilst it will affect the Northern Isles, a lot of areas of eastern Scotland will stay fairly fine and dry. We do need to cater for some showers pushing into western Scotland and western areas of Northern Ireland, so the earlier you can get out here, probably the better. Northern England down into Wales, generally faring not too badly, but it's in the southeast where that frontal system is just going to drag its heels a bit, so we could end up with some fairly drizzly conditions and rather murky as well, where this low cloud begins to persist, and not necessarily the best night to be getting out, so if you are going out then a raincoat may be needed. Throughout the rest of Saturday night, the frontal system just very gradually pushing its way eastwards, so still some drizzle possible across southeast England. It's this central swathe through Northumberland down into central England and southwest England where it will stay driest, whereas the showers continue to push their way in for western areas. Generally, with the increase in clouds and the breeze, it will be a milder night for all as we move into the start of Sunday. Some locations, particularly coastal ones, holding up around double digits, but still dropping into single figures where we hold on to some of those clearer skies. Throughout the rest of Sunday then, some early rain still possible across Kent and the far southeast. It's then a situation of those showers pushing their way across. Some of those could be quite pokey and heavy, some rumbles of thunder certainly possible in there as well, and gusty winds spreading across many locations. There will be some sunny spells to try and get out in as well, particularly across areas of Scotland, I think. Otherwise, temperatures around average for the time of year, with highs of 11 to 13 degrees Celsius. We'll be keeping you up to date with all the weather throughout the weekend on all of our social media channels, so do stay up to date with all of that there. And we'll see you again here soon. Bye bye.